Hey, this is Mr. Molo. Just going to go through this review with you here quick. So we got a couple questions here. So what is the sixth term of the sequence and shown below? So I'm actually going to start with the third term just because I don't want to type in all that stuff. So we got negative 1,296 divided by 216 ends up giving us negative 6. So now I know that negative 6 is my pattern. So I'm going to divide each of these then by negative 6. Oops, that should have been a negative 6. So negative 36 then. So that gives me my fifth term in the pattern. So I get negative 36 for my fifth term, and then we divide again by negative 6 to get the sixth term, and we end up with 6. So 6 would be our answer there for the sixth term. Here, Jody is considering taking online classes at these two places, Learning Center and EduWorld. Each of them require a membership fee and a rate per class. And then we have two graphs that show the information. So let's look at the graphs and see what we could find out. So it looks like this one starting between like 40 and 60, usually like to file paperwork or something. So $50 to file the paperwork and to apply. And it looks like that first class is probably about $70. So that means probably about $20 a class then. So one class then would be $70. EduWorld, it looks like starts off a little cheaper. So they charge you $20 just to like fill out that paperwork. And then it looks like one class gets all the way up to 60. So that means that's probably about $40 for each class. So one place charges $50 to register and $20 a class. And one place charges $20 to register but $40 a class. So if you look here, Learning Center has a higher rate per membership. That is true, $50 versus $20. But a lower class fee, and that is also true, $20 versus $40. So going to be this second one here. Anvi wrote the linear equation y equals 5x plus 4. Then she wrote an equation that is perpendicular to y equals 5x plus 4 that passes through 15 and negative 2. If her new equation is in the form of y equals negative 5, negative 1/5 x plus b, what is the value of b? All right, so this is why I'm doing this on my smartboard here. So I can write out this stuff. So we have y equals negative 1/4 x plus b, and it tells us that it passes through 15 and negative 2. So I'm going to put in those 15 and negative 2. So remember, if this is my x, this is my y. So instead of y equals, I'm going to put negative 2 equals. And then instead of x, I got a 15 there. We got to figure out what b is here. So I got to do some math here. So I got negative 1/5 times 15. That's going to give me negative 3. So now I have negative 3 plus b. So I'm going to add 3 to both sides. So negative 2 plus 3 is 1. So b is going to end up equaling 1. b equals 1. A line has a slope of negative 1/4 and passes through the point negative 5, 4. What is the equation of the line? So pretty much the same thing. So we know our formula is y equals mx plus b. And we have to figure out the equation here. So instead of y equals, remember this is x, this is y, I'm going to put 1 equals. My slope, it told me it was negative 1/4. And the x they gave me was negative 5/4 plus b. Okay, so now if I go here, I have 1 equals, and then I multiply here. So negative 1/4 times negative 5/4 is positive 5/16. Negative 1 times 5 is 5. 4 times 4 is 16 plus b. And then I have a positive 5/16, so I'm going to need to end up subtracting 5/16. So subtract 5/16 from both sides. So with a calculator, if you can do 1 minus 5/16, that ends up being 11/16 is the b. And so the only one with 11/16 is the b is that second one there. The point slope of a line has a slope of 2/3 and passes through the point 6, 0, which is shown below. What is the equation in slope-intercept form? All right, so now this is point slope form, and we need to bring it to slope-intercept form. And so I got to do some math here. I'm going to distribute. So if I have 2/3 times x, that's just 2/3 x. 2/3 times negative 6 is negative 4. And then I end up adding 0 to each side, which doesn't really do anything, because it's just a 0. So I get y equals 2/3 x minus 4. So this third option here. Local Theater sells tickets for a play at a rate of $38 each. Patrons who plan to attend multiple shows are encouraged to buy annual memberships for $80. Members are able to buy tickets at a discounted rate of $20 each. Roger expects to attend 6 shows this year. Grace expects to attend 4 shows this year. Who would benefit by buying a membership fee this year? All right, so tickets are $38 each, but if you buy that pass, then they're only $20 each. So really, you're saving $18 every time you go to the show by buying a pass. But those passes are $80. So let's see, Grace plans on going to 4 shows. So she's going to save $18 each show. Times 4 is $72. So she's going to pay $72 more. That pass is $80, so she's still saving $8 by not buying a pass. Roger, on the other hand, is going to 6 shows, so he's going to save $18 times 6. So $108. So it saves him some money if he ends up buying that pass, because then he's going to end up saving money overall, because 108 is bigger than 80, but 72 is not. So only Roger should buy the pass. Otherwise, Grace is going to be losing some money. What can be concluded about the line that passes through 1, -2, and 4, -2? All right, so first we got to do some math here. Let's figure out the slope. So let me subtract my y, so -2 minus 2, and 4 minus 1. So it looks like we get 0 over 3. So the slope is 0. That's correct. The line, well, it can't be both. It can't be both horizontal and vertical. So when it says something where a 0 slope, that means we know it's horizontal. And since we know it's horizontal, that means it's going to have it's going to say y equals, so y equals -2 there. Consider the linear function represented by the equation y equals -10x, and the linear function of the equation y minus 36 equals 8, and then x minus 4 in parentheses. Which statement is correct regarding their slopes and y-intercepts? All right, so first let's make them both into slope-intercept form. So y equals 10x plus 6. And this other one, let me distribute the 8 here. So I get y minus 36 equals 8x minus 32. I'm going to add 36 from both sides. Okay, so y equals 8x plus 4. Okay, now I can look at them both because they're both in slope-intercept form. Okay, so the first one says the function y equals -10x has a steeper slope. That is true. 10 is bigger than 8, and it has a greater y-intercept, and that is also true. 6 is bigger than 4, so we can stop right there. And it's going to be that first one because of what I just said. Computer technician charges a flat rate fee for all hours. Okay, and it looks like that flat rate fee is $18. Later, she used the formula 18x plus 22 to determine the cost in dollars of repair required of hours work. If she doubles her base fee this year, how could she write it out? So doubling her base fee would be doubling that $22. So she's still going to charge $18 an hour, but again, to like do paperwork and stuff, she's going to charge $44 now instead of that $22. All right, and this I believe is the last one. Oh, no, we got one more. Which equation is geometric? So remember, geometric has to be a multiplying pattern. Okay, it might look like it's dividing, but you're really just multiplying by a fraction there. So if we look here, 16 times a half is 8, 8 times a half is 4, 4 times a half is 2. So this one is geometric. Here, it just looks like we're subtracting 3. So since we're subtracting, that's not a geometric pattern, that's an arithmetic pattern. So not that one. Here, it looks like we're adding 2, 2, 4, 6, 8. That's an adding pattern, not geometric. Here, it looks like we're multiplying by 3. 3 times 3 is 9. 9 times 3 is 27. 27 times 3 is 81. So that one's good. And then remember, geometric sequences have to have an exponent in there. So it's going to be this last one because that's the one with the exponent. All right. Which linear function has the same y-intercept as the one graphed? So it looks like our y-intercept right there. It's crossing the y-line at 3. So the only one that has a positive 3 is that y-intercept there. All right. I hope that helped.